I just did a big estimate for a lady that owns 1, 2, 3 homes and a big barn in this playhouse. So sometimes when you're doing a big cluster like that, you kind of got to give them a little bit of a discount. She's gonna want the roof cleaned on this house cleaned, this house cleaned, this shed cleaned. Hang on, bear with me. I might clean this up a little bit for her. She said she didn't care about it, but you know, it would look nicer if it was clean. This barn over here, she also wants the roof cleaned on it. And little yellow house over there. So first she was thinking about just getting one side done, all the bad sides, and I explained that it really needs to have the whole house done because you want the whole treatment done on the whole house. It's just way better that way. So the job is sold. It'll be scheduled as soon as the farmers pick these beans. That's one thing, she wanted to wait until these beans are picked before dirt and everything just got all over her clean houses again. But yeah, I already know what everyone's gonna ask. Everyone's gonna ask me, what did you charge? It's probably so windy. Hold on, let me get in the truck. Everyone's gonna ask, what did you charge? What did you charge for that? What? And man, some of you guys are just kind of jerks about it too. It's like what? But I'm gonna tell you what I charge. But this is more so the reason of the video. I charged just a little over $2 grand for that whole job. And we'll get it done in a day, no problem. I mean, definitely by 5 o'clock. So I want to talk to you about pricing because I started really thinking about this, and hear me out. I can't just keep telling you prices for every house. I mean, you might kind of get an idea, but you know, the way this is the problem that I've come across is I do all the estimates and everything. I do all the bidding, and I've learned over time, I did this all last summer, and I'm doing it. I did it all this year. I've learned by looking at jobs. I can really almost tell just by pulling up sometimes how long it's going to take me, and what I got a number in my brain, and then I kind of just, you know, I look around and I kind of jot down how many hours I think it'll take to do the job, and you know, I shoot for 200 an hour. 200 an hour covers my insurance, covers my chem, materials, costs, labor, covers everything. That's the magical number I've came up with. Your number might be different, but what I really want to bidding jobs is going to completely change like tomorrow, pretty much. Like, so I've started using Measure Map Pro or something. So anyway, we can look at aerial views of every single home or whatever home that comes up on a bid, and I can take measurements. And if I can't take the measurements, like it doesn't show up on the maps yet, it's a brand new house, I'll go there and take the measurements. But I've looked up how to actually calculate square footage and take, you know, how to properly take measurements. So what I'm going to be doing is going to a home that I know how much I would charge for, which is my aunt has a house. My aunt has a house, and the house is like an ideal it's like an ideal $375 house to wash. So I'm going to take these measurements, and I'm going to find out how many square footage it is, and I'm going to find out what I need to charge per square foot to reach $375. So from now on, the only way I'm going to be bidding homes is by the square foot. And I used to not do this, but And I used to think that's so much work, it's so unnecessary, but it's not, because there's a whole app where I can click a few buttons and find out the square footage of every single home. And think about this in the long term. How are you going to train people to do estimates when you are literally just looking at homes and guessing how long you think it's going to take? You might be really good at it and land the job correct every single time, but your employees or your guys that you hire for sales will not. They don't understand how long it's going to take. They'll be lost looking at a job. So I guess the point of the video is maybe find out what it's going to cost to do. It's going to cost square footage wise, and then maybe make 3 tiers. So level 1 infestation, level 2 infestation, level 3 infestation. 1 is moderate, 2 is pretty bad, and 3 is like heavily infested, you know, just green everywhere, literally moss growing on it, you know. And then there's going to be a different square footage price for each level, and so you can provide, you know, 3 different options of pricing, because you know, a house that's barely dirty, it shouldn't be priced the same as a house that's filthy. It takes longer to clean, uses more chemical. Same thing with gutter cleaning. Now I can measure all the gutters, come up with a price of how much I want per foot a gutter. Maybe make packages for the gutters, a functional package, an elite package, which is rinsing out the gutters, and then a premium, whatever, you know, where I'm actually scrubbing stuff and cleaning up the face of the gutters, something like that, you know. The trick is definitely creating packages and options every single bid, so they don't feel stuck. They don't feel like they have to bid this, or you don't run into people that are trying to negotiate, like maybe like, you know, you could clean my gutters, but you don't gotta rinse them. Can you give me a better deal? You know, stuff like that. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to mention. Just really try to work on, you know, and I'm practicing what I preach, so don't worry. Work on systemizing everything. It's you know, get some measurements, find out the square footage, and then even with roof cleaning, that's what I wanted to say. With roof cleaning, say it's 30 cents a square foot for roof cleaning, you know, and then maybe house washing is only 10 cents a square foot. I'm just guessing off the top of my head here, but this is going to give you a dialed in price, and when you price things like this, you're going to end up with numbers like $411.17 rather than $369, or rather than coming up with a number like 400 bucks because you think it's going to take 2 hours. It looks worse giving an estimate for 400 bucks than $411.17. The reason why is 400 bucks looks like a made up number. $411.17 looks like you really thought about this and you calculated your expenses and costs, and there's no room for negotiating. This is what it costs to do the job. I actually just had a call with a client, or a lead, I should say. I gave him a bid over the phone for gutter cleaning, 150 bucks, a ranch home, 1,800 square foot, no trees around. I didn't even go look at it. You know, he tried to wheel and deal with me, and I explained, sir, the lead came off Home Advisor. I had to pay for your lead off the bat. We do carry a $2 million policy. All of our workers are covered with $500,000 worth of insurance, our workman's comp. You're 20 minutes away from us. You know, this number, it might sound made up, but it's a calculated number. Okay, well, let's go ahead and book the job. Whereas just a few minutes, but right before he said that, he was like, well, I haven't gotten any pricing from anywhere else. It sounds a little expensive, blah, blah, blah. You know, and and the reason why is because I gave him a number like 150. It sounds like I made the number up. I'm just kind of guessing. He was hoping I'd be like, how about 130 bucks? You know, I'd take a little bit off or something. But if I came at him with a number like $152.13, he'd be like, he must have like actually calculated measurements and figured something out and has like a formula. Probably starting to ramble, but you know, I was just driving, and I get bored when I drive. I like to talk to myself. Not really talking to myself, but I'm making a YouTube video, and I know you guys appreciate it. I think you guys appreciate it. Most of you do. I get more comments from people that don't appreciate it than do appreciate it, it feels like sometimes, but what can you douche? Ain't shit you can douche about it, man. Alright, y'all. We got some big jobs in the making. Like I just showed you, we got the 4 houses all at once, one day. I'll get footage on that. We have a huge wall. It's a big factory. 30 feet tall, probably 2 football fields long, so like 600 feet around. Big concrete wall, or stucco wall. That's going to be a monster. There's something else I can't remember. But stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and hit the notification bell. There's going to be some sweet stuff coming, promise you. And season's almost over, so I hope you guys have hit up Devin at 25 Designs. Get you some postcards made up. I get very high returns off these. When I do estimates, I hit door hangers. When I do a job, I hit door hangers, and I get returns off of them. I'd be lost without those. And I'm not even affiliate marketing with him. I'm just saying that because I really believe in the product. Quality over quantity. I shouldn't even say that because that stuff's cheap. It's like $100 or something for like 1,000 of them. It's a good deal. Alrighty then. I'm gonna go out and get more jobs. It's Sunday, and I'm feeling invincible. I'm just not stopping. I've done multiple estimates all day today. Thanks for watching. Peace out, you guys. Oh, and follow me on Instagram, JohnWallyLange. Snapchat, Kalidascopemind. Peace.